Thanks for joining me with this delve deeper into teaching number 7 in our study of the book of Revelation. We're going to talk about tolerance and compromise today. Okay, tolerance is a willingness to accept people or things that are different from what you consider right or normal. Tolerance involves the ability to respect the other person's beliefs and values while not endorsing them. See, tolerance makes it possible for you to understand where a person is coming from and that you are willing to allow their abnormal ideas. You believe that they have an inalienable right to believe what they want, do what they want, up to the point where their behavior doesn't infringe upon your needs. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, no matter how wrong it might be. Compromise is the act of making concessions to reach an agreement. It's the willingness to give something up in order to get something. One of the problems, though, with compromise is that no one gets what they really want. This can cause greater conflict in the future. Since neither party really got what they wanted, they're going to fight that much more harder to get what they want the next time. So the key difference between tolerance and compromise is that tolerance does not require one to change their own beliefs or values, while compromise does. When one tolerates something, they simply accept it as it is. When one compromises, they agree to change something in order to reach an agreement. Sometimes there can be no compromise. 2 Corinthians 6:14-18 says, "Do not be yoked together with unbelievers. For what does righteousness and wickedness have in common? Or what fellowship does light have with darkness? What harmony is there between Christ and Satan? Or what does a believer have in common with an unbeliever? What agreement is there between the temple of God and idols?" You see, there can be no compromised agreement reached between fire and water without either one ceasing to be what they are. So sometimes it is right to be intolerant. Intolerance means that you will not allow the other's behavior. Jesus was intolerant when he flipped over the tables of the money changers. Jesus was intolerant to the crowd when they wanted to stone the woman caught in adultery. Jesus was intolerant when he called a group of Pharisees a brood of vipers. So when it comes to inflicting harm on innocents, there can be no compromise. When power is used to coerce and to intimidate people, there has to be an intolerance. When violence is used to propagate an ideology or a philosophy or religion, there can be no compromise. I mean, do you tolerate lying and cheating and stealing and extortion and bullying and murder? Of course not. Now, tolerance and compromise can be good or evil. Intolerance and no compromise can be good or evil. You see, there's a fine line within the positions that separate the good from the evil. And the fine line is intention. You see, when the outcome of choosing either tolerance or intolerance, compromise or no compromise, when the outcome promotes blessing for all, the intention is good.